And that's Hirooki Goto! Goto's back! Shelton Kai! And that, Lars Sullivan, is a message right to you. He is back. He wants the title. He wants the freak. Let's move on to our main event, though. I can't wait for it. Daniel Bryan. This is Sting. Scorpion Death drop to Bryan. They may be gearing up for Survivor Series, but they don't know what to gear up for yet. That man right there will be leading Monday Night Raw through it all. Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Monday Night Raw. We are on our way towards Survivor Series. We're just about a month away now from that event, where members of Raw, SmackDown and ECW will clash in whatever matches they see fit. Do we know any matches? Well, it seems that we have one potentially on its way. However, that does not involve this brand here tonight. It doesn't seem to be involving Monday Night Raw. However, there may be a chance for Monday Night Raw to get involved in this whole thing. And the reasoning I say for that is because of what we're seeing to open up this night. It is nothing spectacular. There is nothing, no incredible match. Instead, it is Aiden English opening up this evening, talking about an announcement that he has on regards of himself, maybe the Raw brand. I'm not really too certain about all of that. What I do know is that Aiden English is here, and he is going to be opening up this evening's episode of Monday Night Raw. We'll see how that one will go. What I know we are in for, though, is an entertaining main event. Take a look at that one right there. Oh, yes. Hirooki Goto against Roman Reigns one-on-one. Goto returned from his injury last week, attacking Lars Sullivan, the US champ, who put him out on the shelf. Tonight in his return match, though, he has one hell of a tough match in Roman Reigns. Mr. Money in the Bank, looking for another victory as he decides when and where the date is to cash in. That is all to come here tonight, but let's start things off with Aiden English. And there he is. Oh my goodness, he's in extravagant form as he heads towards the ring. I am imagining that he's certainly happy with whatever he's got here tonight. He's got the opening moment of Monday Night Raw as well, so I imagine, you know, he is fully welcoming of that. But, yeah, I wonder just what Aiden English has to say about it all. He's taken the microphone in his hand, and he's presenting it as well. Okay, well, you know, the Monday Night Raw board may well have something interesting to give us, as does maybe Aiden English. We'll find out in just a moment now. So there we go. He's talking about himself. He's saying he is live. He is in color, going off his nicknames, saying he's one half of the most dominant tag team in Raw history. Okay. He has some things to announce about the magnificent pay-per-view event known as Survivor Series. What a name it is, because his opponents are going to have trouble surviving. Ooh, that sounds like pretty juicy information. And it is exactly what we have come to expect. Magnum Opus and the Stagehands are competing in a once-in-a-lifetime match. But he's not going to tell him what the match is because the audience in attendance are not worthy of knowing such things. Aiden English, as if to almost insult the paying audience who has come to see his theatrical pay right now. Okay, oh, he was saying, oh, okay. Such a gentleman would not do such a terrible thing. Deserve to know everything that is going on with the artiste. Himself and Sandow have been offered a match by the Raw General Manager, and it is going to be a 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match. You are kidding me. Well, he's not. This is happening. They don't know who it's against, but what they do know is there will be 2 superstars from SmackDown Live and 2 from ECW. Magnum Opus laughed at the idea that any puppets thought that they could match the elegance of the wrestling skills of Magnum Opus. At Survivor Series, the show will begin, and Magnum Opus will be victorious. Right, so Magnum Opus are going to Survivor Series to face 2 from SmackDown Live and 2 from ECW. I might just send Braun Strowman in, to be honest. There's your announcement to kick things off this evening, though. Magnum Opus have a Survivor Series match. Well, you know, after that announcement, I'm sure things can, well, really only get better from here. Let's be real with ourselves. And let's hope that they do. Nevertheless, let's kick things off this evening. Monday Night Raw has begun, and we are beginning with action right away. Kassius Ohno to go one-on-one against the man who was drafted to Monday Night Raw a few weeks ago and is making his in-ring debut here tonight. Jinder Mahal is back on Monday Night Raw. 6 months have passed, almost 7, since he was World Heavyweight Champion on this brand. Daro Ronaldo has died, so not much luck there for Jinder Mahal in ways of getting the success that he once got. And he's also by himself, of course. Bobby Fish, Paul Heyman abandoned him. They're still on SmackDown. They turned their back on him. One thing is for certain, though, is that Ohno right now will be ready to compete in this one. And he will be going, as I said, one-on-one against Jinder Mahal. And I'm very interested to see how that one will go for Ohno here tonight. Be interesting to see how he holds up in such a predicament. It's the former world champion. Last time these two guys met, it was actually a really even match with Jinder picking up the win quite a while ago, in all honesty. But, times have changed. Could argue that one man has gotten better while one man has fallen. I believe them to actually be on the near enough the same level as each other right about now. I think after everything that has happened, I would honestly accept the reality that Kassius Ohno and Jinder Mahal are about the same level of talent as one another. The simple reality is that Jinder Mahal, since losing the World Heavyweight Championship, was really, and I think we all knew it was the case, but he really 100% exposed himself for being the kind of talent that he is, which is decent-ish, nowhere near the caliber of a World Heavyweight Champion. And he's taking on a man who arguably could be a United States champion at the very least in Kassius Ohno within this universe. He's had great success on Monday Night Raw. Week in and week out, he's always here, always wanted to compete. And the crowd and the general manager and myself along with that have taken to liking Kassius Ohno and taken to accepting everything that he does here on this brand and appreciating it for what it is as well. I'm hoping here tonight against Jinder Mahal we see a very entertaining contest. That's quite a thing to ask when going up against Jinder Mahal, I know, but you never know. Such a thing could happen. We are about to find out if that'll be the case or not. Jinder on the other side of the ring, Kassius Ohno ready and awaiting this contest, and here we go. Colin Elbow tie-up now between these two men. Mahal, of course, under Raw General Manager Daro Ronaldo, was Mr. Money in the Bank and the World Heavyweight Champion. Kassius Ohno was brought in when he was General Manager, so this is kind of two of former General Manager Daro Ronaldo's peak ingredients, I guess, or I don't really want to say creations, but certainly his ideology being brought out onto a stage that, of course, now belongs to Raw General Manager Constable Dredge. I've not seen Dredge in the Series of Universe yet, but I wonder if he'll have a few things that he wants to say as time goes on. We are getting, of course, closer to Survivor Series. That was a huge announcement made on ECW, as you all know, if you watched that episode. If you did not, I recommend you go back and watch it. And we'll see if things will be led onto that this week. I certainly hope that they will be. Jinder Mahal right now, though, and Ohno squaring off. The way the United States Championship is going, of course, is that seems if Hirooki Goto wants to get his hands back on the US champion. So even then, these two guys might be out of the talking point for that title, but they could very well be in the talking point for a... let me find my train of thought here. My apologies. They could very well be in the talking point for some kind of matchup at Survivor Series, maybe. I said last week that if there's anything to come of Survivor Series, you better believe Sting's going to be on the front line. The World Heavyweight Champion going to be on the front line fighting for them. That may very well be the case. Sting is not in action here tonight, but I would imagine he's somewhere up in the rafters overlooking everything that will transpire on this episode of Monday Night Raw. I don't know if that'll be for a good or bad reason. We will find out as time goes on in this episode. Right now, though, Kassius Ohno and Jinder Mahal having quite the back and forth with one another, has to be said. Jinder trying to prove his own here, perhaps trying to prove that he can do it on his own without Bobby Fish, without Paul Heyman. Great splash there by Ohno, though. He's feeling a little bit confident about himself in the moment. Every reason to. You got a former World Heavyweight Champion down on the mat, and you're in control right now. Might as well take that confidence and run with it. Here goes Ohno now with another power bomb. Jinder Mahal. Oh, Mahal grabbing him in there. Great bit of work on Ohno, rolling him up, but Ohno able to kick out early on. Nice bit of possum, though, being played by Mahal. Can't believe I'd actually commend Jinder Mahal for doing something, but he did. He did it well. Very surprising. Oh no, getting a run up. Oh, went for some kind of kick there. Mahal able to evade it. Up on the shoulders. Great counter by Ohno, elbowing his way out there. And Ohno, oh my goodness, he's already in. Death by elbow. Could that finish off the former world champion? Cover on Mahal, and he's in the ropes. Ohno turns him around the other way. He may now have the ticket needed for victory. No. Wow, an early kick out for Mahal. Despite everything that transpired. Ohno doesn't seem to be giving up, though. He still has control over the former world champion right now, turning him around. Straight jacket, German suplex. Will this be enough to put Mahal away? Absolutely not. It seems Mahal's answer is to all of that. Forearm there. Bringing Mahal down to his knees there, his hands and knees. Mahal getting a bit frustrated now, going outside of the ring. Look at that. Tale of two stories. One man frustrated out of the ring and the other man elated with his progress in the ring. Here we go. This one continuing on. What a forearm from Ohno. And again, Mahal rolling out of the ring. This time, though, Ohno not interested in giving him any time off. I think Ohno's realized that victory is very much so in the bag in these next few moments, provided he can finish it off correctly. Gotch style pile driver now from Ohno. What else does Ohno have here up his sleeve to try and finish this match off? With a forearm drilling him in the face there. Nicely hit. Kassius Ohno all over. Oh, Jinder Mahal in with the counter there, though. Quick strike. Went to turn him around, I think, but Ohno able to muster up a counter. Chop in the chest. Turns him around. Straight jacket. German once more. That is great strength from Ohno to connect with something like that, though. There's no doubt about it. Here we go now. Kick in the gut. Running neck breaker follows up after it as well. Ohno still leading the way in this matchup right now. I think he has plans of how he wants to end this one, but Mahal is still fighting on in this one and making it tough for him. Neck breaker now from Jinder Mahal, the 2017 Mr. Money in the Bank. And a nasty knee in the face as well by Mahal. Let's see what will happen here. Mahal has him down on the mat right now. Elbow drop into the chest of Kassius Ohno. Lifting him up right now. Mahal may have something in mind. Up in the air, looking for that fireman's carry again. And once more, Ohno able to counter his way out of it. Great counter by Ohno. Roaring elbow from him as well. Mahal hanging onto the ropes. Perhaps trying not to fall off his feet, but that didn't work out the way he wanted it to. And now with no ropes to save him, here we go. Death by elbow. And Kassius Ohno with 1, 2, 3 has just beaten a former world heavyweight champion to kick things off here on Monday Night Raw. What a win it is for Ohno indeed. What a proud victory it is for him to celebrate as well. And oh my, what? Whoa, no. Drew McIntyre. What? That's an ECW superstar. What is McIntyre doing on Monday Night Raw? Ohno trying to fight back against him right now. But what is the reasoning for this? McIntyre's one of my own. I didn't orchestrate this. I did not tell McIntyre to do this. What am I witnessing right now? No way did I tell McIntyre to go to Monday Night Raw. No way did I tell him to attack Kassius Ohno, but he's doing that right now. Oh no, trying to fight back right now in every way that he can. McIntyre trying to keep it pinned down. Oh, the Claymore boot on the outside. Ohno is down. McIntyre wants a mic now. What? I can't. There's a microphone in Drew McIntyre's hand. An ECW superstar on Monday Night Raw. And McIntyre is retorting the point that Neville made on ECW, that they were sending their message to all brands. Well, call it this being the message and McIntyre the sender. You can shoot the messenger all you want because the British Empire is going to shoot back. It doesn't matter who on Monday Night Raw. We'll see you at Survivor Series. The threat has been put out there to both brands. Raw, SmackDown Live, come to Survivor Series. The British Empire have dared them to. I didn't tell them to do this. What the hell just happened? Well, after a start like that, I'm not really too sure what to make of it all. That was, like I said, I will say it over and over again, I didn't tell them to do that. I did not turn to any of the 4 members of the British Empire and say, go to Monday Night Raw and send a message. This is being done by ECW superstars, yes, but this is not representative of ECW in any way, shape, or form. This has happened, though. And this is how we have kicked off Monday Night Raw with it as well. This is very, very... Oh, I don't know. It's just something else, I think, is the reality of the situation. And it's something that we're going to have to pay very close attention to. First, it was Magnum Opus saying that they wanted to fight, that they were allowed to fight anyone on SmackDown and ECW. Now, it's the British Empire saying they want to fight anyone on Raw and SmackDown. SmackDown kind of being brought into the middle of the situation right now, and they haven't even had a chance to speak up about it all. That's how things go, but nevertheless, we are going to move on here to our next contest. It is American Alpha, the new World Tag Team Champions, in action for the first time against Heavy Machinery. American Alpha, of course, won those titles on the opening episode of Monday Night Raw 2 weeks ago. They defeated the Revival in an excellent way to kickstart this universe. Was very, very pleased with it all. And now here tonight. Let's see how things go in their first match with those belts around their waist. Started the year as the NXT Tag Team Champions, and now they look to try and end the year as the World Tag Team Champions. It's been great for American Alpha thus far, there's no doubt about it. And we shall see how things go in their reign. Gable going to start things off against Tucker Knight here. Nice new red and black on Heavy Machinery. Liking it a lot more and all. Tough start as well from Tucker Knight on Chad Gable. A great opportunity for Heavy Machinery here. Non-title action, of course, against the World Tag Team Champions. Victory pretty much guarantees them a title shot. So we'll wait to see how that will go. Big knee in the gut there by Tucker Knight. Nice counter there by Chad Gable. Going after the legs of the bigger man. Side headlock takedown as well. Very well struck indeed by Chad Gable. Let's see what he'll do from here on out. Has the leg, has the arm, sweeps him in, up and over there with like a backside slam, which Tucker Knight kicks out of immediately. I think it's going to be important for Gable and Jordan in this one is to get started quickly and make sure that they can kickstart their reign as World Tag Team Champions in the best way possible. Great duck under drop kick combo there though from the pair of them. Let's see how things continue to go from here now. Jason Jordan in on this one. He was a real game changer in that tag match 2 weeks ago, as he always is really for American Alpha. Tag made. In comes Otis Dozovic into this one now. The big horse of Heavy Machinery meeting what you could essentially call the powerhouse of American Alpha. Pound for pound, one of the toughest guys, I would argue, in the tag team division. Otis Dozovic, however, proof that you don't need a neck in order to live, and there's fine proof of it right there as Dozovic throws Jason Jordan across the ring. Dragging him away slightly now. What has Dozovic got in the store here? Lifting him up. Oh, discus punch. Nothing nice about that one or the head, but the followed up after it. The World Tag Team Champions temporarily on the back foot here. Like I said, though, only temporarily. Jason Jordan in with a counter, and now the strength really just emerging with that belly-to-belly suplex there. Still can't get over what we just saw a moment ago, though. That attack from McIntyre on Kassius Ohno just baffled me, I think, is the reality of the situation. I am stunned by it, as I think I'm getting stunned by what Jason Jordan just did. Jesus! Overhead, belly to the outside. Gable will come in off the tag right now. A little bit of respect you got to give to Gable and Jordan here. They hit the move and they've let Dozovic recover on his own 2 feet. And he's in now. You got to imagine he's a bit frustrated at what just transpired. Up and over the top rope though, and Gable in his own right sent to the outside. I think in a calmer sense though than the one in which Jason Jordan sent Dozovic to the outside, but Dozovic could be looking at a sense of revenge here. Snake Eyes into the steel steps, no less. This tag match starting to pick up quite a bit right now. Into the... Oh, no, that was the ring apron. My apologies. I was about to say into the steps once again. Chad Gable able to counter, though, and rushing back into the ring here. This is where Gable wants to do business within the ropes. Otis Dozovic just seems wanted to do business on the outside in that moment. Counters from both sides now. I was in the midst of saying, though, was how I just cannot get over that attack from McIntyre on Kassius Ohno, saying that anyone should step up to the plate on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. British Empire wanted to send their message in the most drastic way possible, and they have done just that here tonight on Monday Night Raw. And we'll see how things continue to lead in from that as the weeks continue on. I was on about how Survivor Series was on its way. That has certainly been taken in a literal fashion. First by Magnum Opus, and especially here by the British Empire. Just something that I could not believe that I saw with my own eyes is the reality of the situation. Jason Jordan went for the shoulder tackle in the corner. Dozovic sidestepped him, and Dozovic now gonna slam him down into the mat. Equivalent of a world's strongest slam there from Otis Dozovic. Drags him away. Into the cover he goes now, hoping that he's done enough to put away Jason Jordan. Fortunately for him, one half of the World Tag Team Champions is able to kick out almost right away. Sidewalk slam now. Dozovic really starting his fight back here. Heavy Machinery perhaps putting on a tougher showing than the World Tag Team Champions would have wanted. In the turnbuckle we go. Oh, went for the running splash and missed it. Great evasion though by Jason Jordan to get out of the way. He had very little time to escape that, but he did just that. And now here he goes. Shoulder tackle in the corner. This time it's looking good. Belly to belly. Gable watching on. He's ready. And I think we all know what's incoming. Jordan rushes to the turnbuckle. Oh, but a tag made instead. No grand amplitude from American Alpha. Double Northern Lights suplex, however. Cover made by Gable. They hope it's enough, but a kick out of two says otherwise. Gable met with a quick strike there. Otis Dozovic is trying to hang on in there right now. It was Gable's O'Connor Old Gym and suplex that won them the World Tag Team titles 2 weeks ago. Counter though, send it to the turnbuckle of his own, and now Otis Dozovic might be looking for that desperate tag in a Tucker Knight that he's been seeking this entire match. It has been made. Double gut punch there, both off the ropes. Oh, just running into each other and running down Chad Gable. Tucker Knight, the legal man in this matchup now. Finally, Knight back in this one. Great counter by Gable. Kicks him in the gut as well. Gable now. Straight jacket. German suplex. Could be in here for victory over Tucker Knight. No. Knight kicked at it too. No victory yet for American Alpha. We have seen a plethora of tag team moves though from the champions. Has been a showcase in what they can do as the champions, there's no doubt about that. Got to give it to Heavy Machinery, their resiliency to hang on in there. Tucker Knight crawling. Otis Dozovic wanted back in, and he's got back in. Running body splash, and down goes Chad Gable. Drop kick from Dozovic as well. Chad Gable though able to counter him. And he sends him into the turnbuckle to go with it. Dozovic countering though, and sending him into his own turnbuckle once again. However, Tucker Knight not there this time, and nobody's home on the attempted splash. Up and over the top rope, and throwing Gable back in the ring. What a competitive match this one's been. Otis Dozovic might look for that big slam again here. Dozovic in, Gable slipping out with a counter. And Gable now able to send him into the turnbuckle. Wait a minute, Chad Gable doesn't seem as if Grand Amplitude's on the way. Forearm in the back, but I don't think actually Gable had it in him to go for what he wanted. I think Gable was seeking the the O'Connor roll German. He just didn't have it in him in that moment. Gable now just looking at a dazed Tucker Knight, and I think he himself is very dazed as well. Tired maybe from the work they've had to do. Dozovic for the third time in a row countering in that turnbuckle. And again, tag made here. Oh God, what are we going to see? Oh my goodness. Brutal move. Oh, and Tucker Knight being slammed down after him. Cover made. Will this do it? Chad Gable still in to kick out early. Wow. Wait a minute. Jason Jordan putting his arm out. Tucker Knight, right place, right time. Jordan just rushing into the ring there. That was an unwise decision, I have to say, by Jason Jordan. I know he wants to get back in this matchup, but he's got to try and support his tag team partner right now. Gable able to get the opportune moment to make the tag in. Jason Jordan, once again the legal man in this matchup. Jordan from behind, back suplex, neck breaker. What a move from Jason Jordan. Otis Dozovic 2 days to stop it. An American Alpha win. 2 weeks ago, it was Gable's finishing move that won in the tag team titles. Tonight, it is Jason Jordan and his finishing move that win American Alpha their first match as the champions. Great stuff from American Alpha. That much is for certain. And now we wait to see how their reign continues on from here. They are the World Tag Team Champions, and after a tough first contest against a tough team in Heavy Machinery, how will things continue on from here? And another question to ask might be, what is the plan for American Alpha as we head into Survivor Series? Maybe we'll have some information this week. I don't know, we've already had plenty about Survivor Series so far. We'll see. Let's move on to our next contest of the evening, though. This one should be very interesting. Two guys on a uphill momentum right now, meeting one-on-one. Shelton Benjamin against Hiroshi Tanahashi. Shelton Benjamin made his Monday Night Raw, for lack of a better term, debut, his call-up from NXT 2 weeks ago. He's had 2 matches. One of them was his debut match, and I gotta be honest, he didn't look the greatest in. Last week it was Zack Ryder, and he looked very good in that one. He looked way more like a Shelton Benjamin, looked way more like a gold standard that I would expect from this man. Tonight, though, he has gone from, for lack of a better term, fighting guys towards the bottom of the barrel to fighting, arguably, even though he doesn't have a title to prove it, the best in-ring wrestler on Monday Night Raw. It's a steep climb for Shelton Benjamin. He's missed every ladder in the middle. He's missed every rung in the middle of the ladder, and he's sitting on the top step right now, facing Hiroshi Tanahashi. That much is 100% set, sealed, and certain. And so I do wonder how he'll be able to cope when he competes in this one against the ace of the universe. And there he is. Tanahashi was in action last week. Who did he beat? Cesaro, that was it. When one-on-one with Cesaro, defeated him. It was an entertaining contest, but the ace is ready to compete here tonight. Loving the new attire he's got on the go here as well. The jacket of Tanahashi's seems to have been put aside. It was a nice jacket, which is a shame. I did enjoy that jacket, I will be honest. Nevertheless, Tanahashi heading towards the ring, hair down, not in the knot like it was last week. And a much more ready to fight, much more realistic Tanahashi, I think is the best way of putting it. The Tanahashi who knows the kind of fight that he's in for and knows that he is not going to let down this crowd here tonight. The ace is ready. And I think all the crowd in attendance are as well. I am as well. It's always something mesmerizing to watch Hiroshi Tanahashi in action. There's no doubt about it. Love every moment that I can of watching Tanahashi in action. I hope to see Tanahashi at Survivor Series in some way. I know a lot of people have been asking for Sting versus Tanahashi. I don't think we'll see it at Survivor Series, truth be told. I think there might be some, what's the best way of putting it? Bigger things, I think, will be the best way incoming, judging by what we've seen here tonight alone and what we saw last week on ECW. For Sting to worry himself about, but that may also be good news for Tanahashi, because he could have a big match to focus on as well. Right now, though, he has to focus on Shelton Benjamin, and here we go between these two fine athletes. Benjamin looks a little bit more bulkier than Tanahashi, but both men are around the same weight. Both men around 240 pounds. Tanahashi just looks more toned, I think would be the best way of saying it. First it was Tanahashi taking Benjamin to the corner. Now it's Benjamin taking Tanahashi to the ropes. Clean break between the two, and here we go now. Shelton Benjamin in on the arm of Tanahashi. They said last week, you know, if Shelton Benjamin just wrestles this match like a normal match, then he's lost already to Tanahashi. He has to do something to Tanahashi that he hasn't seen before. Perhaps break out some offense Tanahashi hasn't seen before, and then put Tanahashi in his back up against the wall. The veteran that is Tanahashi has seen it all more than once as well. So it's always tough to take apart a man who, for the lack of a better term, I also believe is undefeated since arriving to Monday Night Raw as well. Great stuff for Tanahashi in that regard. Benjamin, what a victory it would be though. Not only to just beat Hiroshi Tanahashi, but to beat him when I believe he's undefeated on this brand. What a tiger suplex from Tanahashi there, my goodness. Good counter for Benjamin, blasting him with a headbutt there, kicking the gut now. Shelton Benjamin has him up, suplex incoming. Oh, dumps him down face first. That was a regular suplex. Wouldn't have surprised me if Tanahashi countered it, but I think the face buster variation of it changed things for Tanahashi. Leg drop to the arm now. The other arm, with the armband on it, is where Tanahashi has suffered injuries in the past. Dragon suplex now by the ace. Beautifully struck. Cover after it. Could argue referee perhaps a little too long into the cover. Benjamin also might just be very resilient right now in the early stages. Another cover made by the ace here on that small package. 1 count, nothing more. Shelton Benjamin has to prove his worth here. I see this honestly as a match where I don't see Benjamin winning, but I see it as a match where he can show what he's made of. Give an idea to almost an exhibition of sorts for him. Just show to the Raw general manager and the Raw crowd, and one of the most talented and most beloved Raw superstars as well in Tanahashi, what he is made of. And I think that's a great thing for him. What a tiger suplex by Tanahashi. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful to withhold there. Tanahashi now chops and strikes in the turnbuckle. Counter there by Benjamin. The Irish whip Tanahashi, send him off the ropes. He's going to look for that spinebuster again. If he was, which he wasn't, he went for the big boot. Tanahashi in with that counter, and Tanahashi now. Oh, twist and shout from the ace. Beautiful. Just beautiful from Tanahashi. And oh, Tanahashi there maybe overstepping his boundaries a little bit. Even the greatest can make little mistakes. Super kick by Benjamin. Cover on Tanahashi here. That super kick could have been, or could be rather, the door opening to victory. Oh my goodness, Shelton Benjamin could be in for a year. Benjamin seeking all wet for pay dirt. Tanahashi able to counter at the last moment. What a reversal from the ace. And Tanahashi had to have found the best counter that he possibly could have. Credit where it's due. That was last minute, window closing kind of counter for Tanahashi, and he busted it out. If you'd been a second later on that one, Shelton Benjamin could well have been proclaiming a victory over the ace of the universe. Tanahashi now. Superplex. Both men are down, but it's Tanahashi up first. And it's Tanahashi to the top rope. Does the ace have it in him? I don't think he does. I think Tanahashi had other thoughts. High fly cross, but oh. Didn't get enough of a leap on it, I think is the best way of putting it, for him to get what he wanted. Tanahashi now lifting up Shelton Benjamin here. Benjamin down to one knee, able to counter out of it though. Fighting his way out of the ace's grip. What a contest this is turning into between these two. Oh, great counter. Benjamin kicks him right in the face. Tanahashi stumbles up to his feet. Counter now. And again, Tanahashi back to that tiger suplex that has done him well throughout this evening. And he takes things up high. Is this the one for the ace? Tanahashi might be in. High. Oh no. Knees in the gut. Knees in the gut when he tried for high fly flow. And Benjamin lifts up Tanahashi here, looking for the super kick. Tanahashi sidesteps it again. Oh my goodness, these two men just reading each other. Their awareness for one another is outstanding in these last few moments. And Tanahashi again, up high. Tanahashi, high fly flow. 1, 2, 3. Tanahashi wins. Man, what a closing sequence that was. Pay dirt counted, high fly flow counted, super kick counted, high fly flow connect. And the ace of the universe wins a spectacular confrontation between himself and Shelton Benjamin. Congrats are due to Tanahashi for hanging on in there, but also to Benjamin for the performance he put on. I said this was one of those matches where he'd have to show what he was made of, and he absolutely did. Tanahashi was pushed to the very limit there, but at the end of the day, it is the ace victorious once again. He is a once-in-a-century talent for a reason, and you saw why in that ring once again. Is Tanahashi on his way to representing Raw in some way at Survivor Series? I believe so. Is he also on his way to a world title match at some point? You better believe it. Let's move on to our next contest, though. And this one should be interesting as well. For the first time, it is the Raw Women's Champion Asuka in action, taking on the woman who accompanied Mandy Rose to ringside last week and making her debut in Sonya Deville. And here she comes on her way out. The new Raw Women's Champion is on her way. Asuka is making her way out. It was a long reign. There is no doubt about it. It was a very, very long reign for Rosemary. Over 9 months as the Raw Women's Champion she was. But it all came to an end thanks to this woman right here. Asuka was the one to bring it to an end. The Empress of Tomorrow finally did it. No one else could, but Asuka was the one to bring it to the end. And what a sight it was at No Way Out to witness Asuka sitting in that Asuka lock and seeing none other than Rosemary submitting to that hold. Something that I think just could not be put into words in that moment. It was like one of those things that you just didn't expect to see happening, and it finally happened. You didn't expect to see Rosemary tap out, but she finally did. And what a sight it was to behold when she did. It was great. It was joyous. Everything about those words and so much more. And there you have it. There is the sight of the new Raw Women's Champion getting ready for a match here tonight against Sonya Deville. This is going to be a big match for Asuka, no doubt about it. She has to, just like American Alpha earlier in the night, prove herself to be a strong and immediate impacting champion. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Wait a minute! That's the SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch with a baseball bat of all things on Asuka! What? What is the meaning of this? Becky Lynch with a baseball bat into the face of the Raw Women's Champion! Lynch has been SmackDown Women's Champion again for a few moments, and she's blindsided Asuka. The Empress is down. Lynch is getting the hell out of Dodge already. I don't even know what to make of that. What? What did we just witness? I don't know what to say. So much has gone on here tonight. And now this to add on top of it all? Asuka never saw it coming. The bat was from behind. And then the last thing that she saw was probably a bat in her face. Becky Lynch just not even a week into her reign as SmackDown Women's Champion, and she goes and does something like that. That is outstanding in all the wrong ways. That is sickening in so many other ways. It is Yeah, I don't know what to make of it all outside of how disgusting it was. Becky Lynch attacking Asuka, and we'll make that 3 things we've seen here tonight that can lead towards Survivor Series. We've seen an awful lot happen between these two, and I just... What? So first we had Magnum Opus declaring their Survivor Series match. Then we had the British Empire's Drew McIntyre attacking Ohno, declaring their Survivor Series match. And now we have Becky Lynch attacking Asuka. And, well, it shouldn't come as much a surprise as to what that is going to be setting up, let's be real. There is a time and a place to talk about this as well, and we'll have plenty of time, I think, to talk about this tomorrow night on SmackDown Live, and we'll see where things will go regarding that. There is so much to discuss about what we just witnessed. But we got to move on to our main event of the evening. Hirooki Goto one-on-one against the Mr. Money in the Bank himself, Roman Reigns. I could keep on going on about that, or instead I could talk about what we have on tap right now, which is this main event of the evening. Reigns and Goto one-on-one. Goto returned last week, as you saw at the top of the show, attacking Lars Sullivan and pretty much throwing his name into the hat for wanting that chance at the United States Championship. Whether or not that'll be at Survivor Series, we may have to wait and see on that one, but what I can certainly say is that it was a very apparent surprise to see Goto returning, and he is enjoying the ring so much he doesn't want to get out of it right now for Mr. Money in the Bank. Roman Reigns, of course, has until June next year to cash in that briefcase, and we have come across that problem with Roman Reigns so many times now, and it's for lack of a better term, reigned true so many times as well. The knowledge that Roman Reigns, for as great as an athlete as he is, for as many great matches he could put on, for as tough as he is, for as resilient as he is, he can never win that big one. Never pick up the win over the biggest names. If he wants to be World Heavyweight Champion, he's got to turn that around. And if he doesn't, he's not going to be the World Heavyweight Champion. It's that simple. And so we wait to see here tonight what happens in this matchup against Hirooki Goto. Goto, of course, just coming back from his injury sustained at the hands of Lars Sullivan, taken out in a stretcher at Payback after being powerbombed or chokeslammed, one of the two, onto a car windshield. And now a tough opponent to return against, but it's exactly the kind of fight that Hirooki Goto would welcome as well. So let's see what will happen between these two now with the main event of the evening here on Monday Night Raw. A hectic, chaotic night of Monday Night Raw action. I'm sure there's going to be plenty to discuss regarding what we've seen here tonight on SmackDown Live and on ECW to go with it. In the corner now is was Roman Reigns. Now it's Hirooki Goto getting lariat after lariat in the corner and brought down for one more after it. This crowd certainly has been stunned by what they've seen here tonight as well. There's no doubt about it. I imagine there's got to be a bit of a morale shake-up in the back, judging by everything that's transpired here tonight as well. People are going to be wondering if they are safe from an attack all of a sudden, or if they'll be another victim of a blindsiding sweep from someone from another roster. And they have every reason to worry it. I haven't sent anyone from ECW, but they seem to be doing business as they please, as we've seen already here tonight. And Becky Lynch, well, we'll have to see if the SmackDown General Manager says the same thing or not. Right now, though, we have to focus on this main event. Roman Reigns, 3 hanging on suplexes there. Gripping, locking his arms around Goto's body there to hit those 3 suplexes. Goto now has him up in the air, looking for another suplex of his own. Roman Reigns counters. Up in the air. Has him up in a high cross. Into a sit-out powerbomb. Great move from Reigns. Will this put away Goto? It won't even get a 2 count. Says the whole story there, does it not? Reigns now again clobbering away on Hirooki Goto. Irish whip off the ropes. Collision between the two. Great counter. Great evasion by Goto in the gut, and a shoulder tackle brings Reigns down. One of the turn matches has been so far for Hirooki. Goto rolling out of the way now is Roman Reigns. Good few strikes being unleashed as well by Reigns to go with it. Does he have something else big? No, he doesn't, because there's a counter by Goto. Reigns evading. Superman clothesline, and Goto goes down. Reigns lifting him up now. Superman punch after it as well. Reigns could put Goto away with that one right here. Goto able to power out of it at the count of 2. If Goto wanted a tough main event, well, he's got it right here, because Reigns is making life awfully difficult for him to secure victory. But Goto, in every sense, is fighting back as well. Great stuff there from Goto. Great gut wrench suplex. What else could we see from him now? Here we go. Hiroshi from Goto. But Reigns able to evade almost instantaneously. Counter though from Goto. From behind. Goto. GTR. Goto Revolution, and with 1, 2, kick out by Reigns at 2. Oh man, what a kick out by Reigns there. He needed to get himself out of that. He needs to win this one, and he knows it. And now Reigns still fighting back here. Elbows into the gut of Goto. Backs up spear. Spear by Reigns. Will this end it? There's 2 and a kick out of his own from Hirooki Goto, and Reigns is flustered as well. Both men trading kickouts with one another. Goto in with a counter now, hitting him right in the face, running bulldog after it. Reigns though, right up to his feet. Oh my goodness, what a main event this is turning into. Ducks the clothesline, goes through the ropes, and then hits the Superman clothesline. This is insanity right now between these two. Another counter by Goto there. Roman Reigns refusing to stay down, however, forcing himself up to his feet. Oh, and then Goto forcing him up to his own feet. Went for headbutts into the turnbuckle. Couldn't get more than 2 before Reigns was into counter. Forearm in the back. Countered. Goto turns him round. Goto. What the hell are we going to see here? Look, oh my goodness. Look at that from Goto. Oh my god. What a move! Hirooki Goto now could have Roman Reigns right where he wants him. Dragging him towards the middle of the ring. Will this do it? Cover on Reigns, and Reigns kicking out at 1. Despite everything that has occurred in this matchup, Goto though may not have to try that much longer for victory. Calling Reigns in. Here we go! GTR! Goto Revolution, and to Lars Sullivan, to everyone on Monday Night Raw, Hirooki Goto has returned, and with a huge impact, cause he just beat Roman Reigns in the main event of Monday Night Raw. How do you like that? Roman Reigns defeated Goto, your winner in the main event on Monday Night Raw. Lars Sullivan thought he could keep this man down. Goto says no way. He's up, he's fighting, and he's victorious. How much longer can Lars Sullivan deny that the reality is on its way, where he's going to have to face this man for the US title once again? We will be finding that out, I hope, very soon. What a chaotic night of Monday Night Raw action. So much still left to talk about. And I just don't know when we'll find the time to talk about it. Hopefully tomorrow we get answers on more than one thing. But we shall see. That ends episode of Universe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys. And ta-ra.